Oh man, there is nothing like suspended dips on suspension straps or rings. Provided, of course, you've got the back support and shoulder stability and muscle coordination and all those other things that are essential for helping you get the most out of that exercise. Otherwise, these can be an absolute nightmare on your joints and your gains. And that's why I'm making this video with my favorite tips and supplemental exercises to help you get the most out of your ring dips so they feel strong and solid, or to help you finally achieve ring dips if you've been struggling to make them part of your routine. Fundamentally, dips are a push-up variation. So naturally, we want to make sure we have a real good solid foundation on just good old-fashioned ring push-ups. And I'm not talking about these chicken wing style monstrosities that just wreak havoc on your shoulders. We want to make our push-ups very similar to dips. So keep the shoulders down and back and the arms in very, very tight and close, starting off at an angle if you need to make it easier, whatever you feel the most comfortable with, and then progressing the angle as you feel stronger and more confident. I also bring clients to the rings as soon as I possibly can when they are feeling comfortable with holding themselves in the top position. Now the trick here is not to hold the position, because you could be, yeah, I'm holding it. What we're really trying to understand here is being able to use our lats a lot for this exercise, because when we are doing our dips, we want to feel like we're sitting in the lats. Shoulders are packed down and back. So what I'm looking for is keeping the shoulders lined with the straps. They're not forward. And I'm pushing down away from my ears. My shoulders are away from my ears, so my whole back is lit up. This exercise should not be a struggle either for stability or strength. So if you are feeling like you're struggling a bit to get the hang of it, I recommend bringing the rings down or placing your feet on an elevated surface like a box or even a sturdy chair to get everything dialed in just right so you really feel it in the lats. And if you do have that activation, you can take things up a notch with reverse shrugs and drive your shoulders down with your lats and pec minor. Once you start to feel comfortable with the classic ring push-up, I recommend experimenting with the Rto push-ups, rings turned out as you come down. That's going to require substantially more strength and mobility and shoulder control as well, keeping things nice and tight, having that full rotation at the bottom and at the top, and that's essentially very close to a dip motion. Practicing knee raises on the rings is another thing that I highly recommend because it requires a lot of stability and control in your back. Instead of hunching up forward when you bring your knees up, you want to again feel your stability and holding yourself stable in your lats as you pick up your legs. None of these techniques or exercises should feel like something you're above or have transcended and you never do anymore. The scapular dips and the knee raises are great for warming up, as well as the push-ups. Rto push-ups are a fantastic way to still work the chest and the triceps if you're not quite feeling dips for the day. But in my experience, if you can get all of those to at least some degree of proficiency, then good old-fashioned ring dips aren't going to be too much out of your reach. And don't overthink the whole progressions of like, okay, so how long should I be on push-ups before I go to Rto push-ups, and how many sets and reps should I do? I'm not a very big fan of setting definitive progression standards. This video was organized in a rough way on one progression from the other, but the bottom line is if you feel like giving Rto push-ups a shot, go for it. If you feel like doing the leg raises a try, go for it. You're gonna get a lot of feedback as far as what you can do and where your levels are just by trying the exercises. And your goal is to get better at all of these things, because the better you get in all of those rudimentary exercises, the better your dips will be and the better your results will be. Give it a try with these workouts here as well. Let me know if you have questions down below. Be fit, live free.